Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to more Generals Evolution. We're today on Tournament Desert and we've got a 1v1 match for you. Today we're just having a look at the details here. These exploded on fire humvees in the middle of the map. Down in the south we have DuneTiger with the super weapon general, obviously one of the USA factions. And then up in the north we have, again, ThisIsSherp. It's actually a second replay that we've watched of him. Second replay in Generals Evolution we've watched in total, and he is with the GLA Toxin up in the north here with the blue color. So we're going to make sure we're on free roam there of none of the players, so we can actually just freely go wherever we want. Down in the south, orange player has gone for a war factory in the barracks, quite close to the oil there. I think he's actually planned to get that as close to that oil as possible, so we can get that oil literally as quickly as possible. I think DuneTiger is actually pretty good. I'm sure I've played a game with him. I can't remember if it was a free-for-all or what, but I actually think he knows his way about the game. I'm pretty sure he probably knows the best strategies and stuff. What the... Oh, yeah. I'm just looking at the pathing of the trucks. It's very, very manual. You always have to make sure both of your trucks are collecting, otherwise one will literally go for a massive wander. It looked like he actually made two there, but one of them actually already went over here to start collecting. Yeah, you see? So that's a bit of a mistake there from DuneTiger. I think he needs to manually click on this, but I mean, as long as he's got 3 trucks and it's not going all the way over here, I think it's kind of okay. Well, first VE here out for the orange player. Going straight deep into the base here. What is it going to be able to find? We've got a number of workers going around. That one is a supply stash worker, and that one is a tunnel worker. I think if he kills that worker, though, that's $1,500 lost there. So that V's already paid for itself. Got some missile defenders inside of there, and putting the pressure on here. Killed one of the GLA trucks. Holy moly. Quite a lot of explosions there just for a V with a couple of missile defenders inside of it. It would not be that spectacular in Zero, that is for sure. But yeah, massive explosions, screen shaking, all kinds of stuff going on there. Tox tunnel deployed in the middle, Tox tunnel deployed on the left and on the right hand side. So all the flanks and the center covered here for ThisIsSherp. Just to make sure, DuneTiger is the orange player. Yeah, ThisIsSherp is the top player, which is the blue. So the GLA now coming in. There is a truck. Was heading over to that supply. See what I mean? You've always got to be worrying about these trucks and making sure they're not actually heading to these random supplies. Or sometimes they make their way all the way across the map to the enemy supply. Kind of weird. Tox tunnel here. It's kind of defending. You've got to be really careful on this game because you sometimes miss the infantry. They're really, really tiny and they blend in. I wish they were kind of more distinguishable because in terms of competitive play, not being able to see some of your key units is a major blow. Of course, he's super weapon general, so he's got an EMP already deployed, but I'm pretty sure it's going to lose the battle unless some reinforcements are brought in, which they are. 1V goes down because that garrison building there is extremely fully loaded, and that V went down extremely, extremely quick. It's not ambulances actually that are repairing the Vs, it's actually a mechanic, which I think was actually supposed to be part of Zero. I think there was like a robot thing that like repairs your vehicles. But in the end, I think they scrapped it and actually just kept the ambulance. Don't know if that was due to a time-saving thing, because I think they ran out of time when they were building Zero. That's why there's so many bugs and so many things that didn't get really completed. Like the laser general was supposed to have like all laser rangers, laser Burton, laser Comanches, all stuff like that. Loads of it got scrapped. Real big shame, man, because a few more weeks spent on that with all the team working on it, I'm pretty sure we'd have a very, very different game and a more polished game, a more complete game than we do now. In Zero, I mean. But yeah, Gen Evo mod has gone off and done some of their own things, and here we're seeing a mechanic, which I'm guessing is exactly the same model as the ambulance. I think the ambulance, the V, and the Avenger in Zero all do actually use the same base model, but they've got different attachments and stuff. But I'm guessing they've just taken the ambulance and stuck a spanner on the top of it and painted it yellow. So maybe that wasn't too much work to make. But yeah, this mod was basically made by only 2 guys. I think the main guy is Gunship Mark, which I'll put his Twitter in the description, like I did in the previous video. But then there's the Escort guy, which helped out as well. I think it's just literally 2 guys that made this mod. They have a Discord channel as well, so if you want to go and get your own replays, you can get them in there, or in tech support. I'm sure the guys are willing to help you in there too. That's where I got this replay from, their Discord channel. So this game is looking more active than the previous one, where we looked at Sand Serpent, and there was quite a bunk fest. Got a number of technicals coming on this left side. I think he wants to take down this oil, which is currently being repaired. You don't need a worker or a dozer to repair that. You can just press the C key, I think it's C, and then you start repairing it, and it just deducts it from your money and starts repairing it. Nicely keeps the mechanic moving there. The Tox was trying to follow it, but not quite reaching it. And now on the right side, this oil is going to go down very quick. So both oils have fallen in the space of about 30 seconds. Technicals now moving into the base. I wonder if they've got any units inside there. We've actually got an Alpha Aurora up. Nearly kills his own barracks, though. Does miss the target. It's actually got RPGs inside of there. And these trucks are facing heavy, heavy damage. Both trucks have gone down. I'm not sure if the Aurora can land wherever the hell it's gone. It's actually over here. Will it come back and land? Well, I don't even know where it's gone. The Aurora, by the way, just looks absolutely massive. A lot of the air units do look absolutely huge. When they're in the air, I mean, I think it's perspective, isn't it? When they're in the air, things closer to you do look more gigantic. I don't know if he just lost money there or if he cancelled it, because there's a lot of explosions going on, but 2 Alphas are now out. Are they actually called Alphas in this? Yeah, Aurora Alpha Bomber. Return to base, instant effect. Causes aircraft to return to the producer to repair and rearm. Okay, a lot of quads now being brought in, as well as this EMP defense, Auroras and Vs, and then that is a beast of an Aurora here, and that army gets absolutely obliterated. The detail here, like the quad cannons exploding, like the actual cannon off the top of it, or part of it, like just falling off and setting on fire. The detail is absolutely insane. A lot more stress on your PC, obviously, than regular General Zero. But this is pretty much as close to a remaster as probably you're ever going to get in terms of the detail and stuff. It's really, really amazing. Some would argue, in fact, I would argue as well, that the effects are a little bit too much for competitive play. But in terms of actually to look at and appeal, and just some cool explosions, it's definitely really cool to look at. Yeah, these Alphas now are really putting in the work. There was patch like 0.1 and patch 0.2, and I think the Alphas weren't actually that deadly. I can't remember if it's 0.2 or whatever when they got added. But actually here, they're looking pretty deadly. But it's important not to just focus on the explosion, like the special effects, because the explosion sometimes looks huge, but in terms of actual real damage that it actually does on the battlefield, is that also huge too? Yeah, that's the main thing we're going to look at. But here the V's now pushing in. Taking out another unit. Here comes the Alphas once again. There's another epic explosion there. Oh, taking out some units, and the Alphas are proving to be pretty hard to be taken down. Did one get taken down there or not? Yeah, one has actually fallen. One has gone down. All the graphics for here, for me, are on full. It's on 1920 by 1080p, and then everything is set to ultra. The only thing I have off is vertical sync. I always read about how vertical sync is not typically that good. Don't fully understand it, but I have it actually switched off. But everything else is on ultra or max or very high, or whatever it is, or very ultra. Okay, so we've got an Aurora coming in at the same time here. You can see DuneTiger here combining his attacks. He's trying to bait out some units there. Comes in with the Alpha. He is as good as I thought he was going to be. Maybe even a little bit better, actually. We're controlling two groups of units at once, like the Alpha, and then moving in with the V. Some hidden infantry there, hidden in the bush. That's what I mean. These infantry is so hard to spot. The V's literally just walk straight past them. He's using the reverse feature there. I don't know if it actually in this game, if like the V's actually take less damage from the front and more from the back. That's typically why you would reverse. Like in real life, a tank would have more armor at the front. What a beast of an Aurora here. Nothing even happened to the Aurora, but it just decimated. Like, how many units? That's a lot of units. It's not even going to count, but that's a lot. One of them's on its side there. That's a nice effect that I do like. And that's it. What a complete decimation there by DuneTiger. There's more of a showcase, I feel, of the Auroras, and actually a really solid super weapon play. I like the close barracks to the oil. I like the Auroras. I like him controlling 2 groups of units at once. I liked the effectiveness of the Vs and combining the mechanic with it as well, instead of like the ambulance and Zura. So that was kind of a complete decimation. I get the kind of feeling that this Sherp guy is kind of good, but he's not quite top level. We're seeing already, I think DuneTiger is one of my favorite players I'm going to be looking out to try and cast his replays. Certainly looks a level above the players that we've seen so far. And we've only seen a few so far. We saw ThisIsSherp, we've seen Spam Alt F4. But DuneTiger, yeah, stands out for me so far. That was a pretty convincing victory there, and we saw some nice Aurora explosions. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this in the comments below. I'll also put in the description a tutorial on how you can get this mod, and also I'll put the Twitter links for both the creators of this, and maybe I'll put their Discord channel as well, if in case you want to find some replays yourself as well. Yeah, GG, well played, and see you in the next one.